The phone vibrated between us like a living thing. Not loud, not urgent, just enough to be noticed. She didn't reach for it. I did. Her name was still glowing on the lock screen, my name, while the preview message sat underneath it, unfinished, careless. I missed last night. When can I see you again? The room stayed quiet, too quiet. The refrigerator hummed. The clock kept breathing. She watched my face instead of the phone, trying to read the damage before it fully happened. I felt nothing at first. That was the strange part. No heat, no shock. Just a clean, hollow click in my chest, like a door locking from the inside. "Who was that?" I asked. My voice sounded normal, polite even. She swallowed, a microsecond too late. Her eyes flicked toward the hallway, already planning an escape route. "It's nothing," she said. I nodded slowly, as if considering her answer, as if I hadn't already stepped into a different version of myself. I placed the phone back on the table, face down. A small mercy. Inside, something ancient and patient had woken up. I didn't argue. I didn't accuse. I smiled, and in that moment she believed the secret was still hers. That night, she slept easily. I didn't. I stared at the ceiling and replayed 10,000 moments I had dismissed as harmless. Late errands, sudden gym memberships, a new password on her phone she claimed was for work security. Work, such a flexible word. In the morning, she kissed my cheek like always, warm, familiar, practiced. I watched her from the doorway as she left, heels clicking against the tile, and wondered how long she'd been rehearsing that goodbye. The betrayal didn't announce itself loudly. It arrived in fragments, smiles that didn't belong to me, laughter she no longer brought home. A body present, a mind elsewhere. I told myself I was overthinking. Men like me always do, until we don't. At breakfast, she scrolled through her phone with the screen angled away. At dinner, she drank wine too fast. When I touched her, she stiffened before remembering to soften. That hesitation told me everything. Still, I said nothing. Suspicion is louder when it's silent. It echoes. I began cataloging details the way some men collect evidence, not for confrontation, but for certainty. If I was going to lose my marriage, I would not lose my clarity. I learned her patterns. Tuesdays, she stayed late. Thursdays, she left early. Sundays, she disappeared for self-care. I never followed her. That would have been emotional, sloppy. Instead, I followed data, a phone bill, a shared cloud account she forgot I still had access to, deleted messages that left digital fingerprints behind, like ghosts. I ordered a second phone under a different name and synced it quietly to our account. Every notification she thought vanished reappeared for me, every heart emoji, every lie. I kept my face neutral, cooked dinner, asked about her day, listened as she described meetings she never attended. At night, while she slept beside me, I read messages where she described me as safe, reliable, predictable, boring. He was exciting. He was dangerous. He was everything I wasn't supposed to be. She never realized the irony. The more I learned, the calmer I became. Rage burns fast. Precision lasts longer. I didn't rush. Truth has weight. I wanted her to feel all of it. The confirmation arrived on a Wednesday. A name, a face, a history. He wasn't a stranger. That was the twist she never anticipated. He was someone I knew, someone who knew exactly who I was. I printed everything, messages, photos, timelines, hotel receipts. That evening, I placed the folder on the kitchen table between us. She froze. "What's that?" she asked, though her voice already knew. "Open it," I said. She did, slowly. Her hands began to shake by the third page. When she looked up, her face had collapsed inward like a structure finally admitting it was hollow. "I can explain—" "No," I said gently. "You can stop." Silence pressed down on us, thick, crushing. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't insult her.
I simply watched her realize that the man she underestimated had already finished the story. She cried. I didn't. You think this is where I yell, I said, where I break things. She nodded through tears. It's not. I slid one final document toward her, a resignation letter, signed, dated, effective immediately. Your company, I continued, doesn't tolerate relationships with clients. Her breath hitched. I've already sent the evidence. The room tilted. He used you, I added, and you used me. She reached for my hand. I stood before she could touch me. I knew for months, I said, long enough to decide what I deserved. Her mouth opened, closed. I walked to the door, paused, and looked back at the woman who thought secrecy was protection. It was never about revenge, I said. It was about balance. I live alone now. The silence is clean. Sometimes I remember her laughter and feel nothing. Sometimes I remember her lies and feel less than nothing. The truth didn't destroy me. It clarified me. I wasn't betrayed because I was weak. I was betrayed because she mistook restraint for ignorance. She learned too late. Some men explode. Others calculate. I was never who she thought I was. And now, neither is she.